Hey y'all, happy Friday. It is so good to see you here. Welcome back for another edition of our virtual math class. As you can probably tell, I am at home today and not at school because of this crazy weather we've been having. Without further ado though, I do want to say welcome back. It feels like it is the first time in forever that we're here together. Whether you're at a live class or recorded class today, I am so glad that you are here. I hope that you have enjoyed your snow days this week. I know Bailey and Walter did. We went to the dog park 2 times. Definitely a little scary out there. We did not go anywhere else, but they had to go run around. But I want to say welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your time away. I'm going to not do what I've done so far today and say things out of order. So let's take a look at our agenda. So we're going to start with a welcoming ritual with your emoji of the day. Then we'll talk about an update on our schedule. Third, we will be asking an opening question. Fourth, we're going to review some place value. Fifth, we're going to do what would have been a live poll, but since this is a recorded video, not so live poll. And then we'll have an exit ticket, but good news, we are going to scratch that just because everything else is taking up more than enough time. So, as we begin, the first thing on our agenda is our welcoming ritual. I would love to hear what emoji of the day you are choosing today. I did not think this through and how to share my emoji with y'all. You're welcome to share it with me through a text, chat, message, email. Share it with a friend, a neighbor, an adult in your life. I did not figure out how I should have printed one out and held it up. But instead, I am just going to show you my emoji. Ready? That's my emoji of the day, y'all. I am so excited to be back with y'all. I have missed y'all so much. I know this week was going to be a strange week anyway, but it turned out to be an even stranger one. Next week is also now going to be a strange week, but it'll be okay. We will figure this all out. I am so excited. All right, that being said, second thing on our agenda is updates on our schedule. Oh, there's more changes? Yes, there is. There are more changes, sorry. Biggest thing. We were supposed to have our big shift yesterday on Thursday, where some people were returning into the building, some people were staying at GMS Home Edition. Either way, there are going to be schedule changes, some class changes. Obviously, that didn't happen. We didn't have school yesterday, or the day before, or the day before that. So the date of our switch has changed until next Tuesday. That is the 23rd, Tuesday, February 23rd. That is the day that all the schedule changes, the time changes will take effect. That will be the day that people, if your family chose face-to-face instruction or GMS School Edition, you'll be coming into the building. If you were staying at GMS Home Edition, there's not many changes, but the biggest change is the schedule change. I have posted our schedule in a folder on Schoology. It's a big pink folder that says schedule changes or something along those lines. So if you have questions, check out that folder. I'll be touching base in a video on Monday. So Monday is another strange day. It's usually a synchronous day where we have live or recorded classes. But because it is the day before, we are trying for the third time to have our shift with some people entering the building again. It is going to be an asynchronous day, so you will have independent assignments from all of your classes on Monday. They'll all be in your Schoology folders, and then Tuesday is the day that everything will change. That means Wednesday of next week, whether you are at Home Edition or School Edition, your classes will start at 8:55 and they will go until 3:55. That's the biggest one. Our schedule's on Schoology. If you want to look at that, go for it. If you have other questions about that, just let me know. I'm more than happy to answer any and all questions you have. All right, so my opening question for you, and this is going to guide our some of our lessons next week during our Funky Week, is how do you communicate with your friends? What methods do you use? This is a very strange time, and my guess is you're not seeing your friends in person as often as you usually do or as you did before COVID. I know I'm not. I used to see my friends a lot more often than I do now. So what methods do you use to communicate with your friends? Let me know in a text, Schoology message, email, or share it with somebody in your life, or just think about it and write it down in your math notebook. How do you communicate with your friends? Now, I know I've been using a lot more text than I did before texting, a lot of texting with my friends, and also some video conferencing, whether it's Teams or Zoom or Ring Central, GoToMeeting, FaceTime. We've been doing a lot of that. But I want to know how you communicate with your friends. I also have to tell you about my friend Patrick. Patrick and I email all the time. That's the way we communicate pretty regularly. He does not, he's an adult, Patrick, real guy, real friend of mine, doesn't have a cell phone that texts, so we rely on email. Also doesn't video conference, so we got emails back and forth all the time. But I want to know how you communicate with your friends, so share it with me, share it with a friend, a neighbor, an adult, someone in your life. This is going to jump into how we are discussing what we'll discuss next week. Awesome. Y'all, let's talk about place value for just a minute. Now, I know we've already talked about place value, but I just want us to go over it all together. So here is a number, 9457.028. Now, I'm not going to read that properly because that's part of the fun and it'll give away some answers. But I want you to go in, write this number down in your math notebook or wherever you are keeping your math notes, and label each of our place values. Now, before you do that, I do want to remind everybody that this right here is our decimal place. It's our decimal place. It's not a comma. It is incredibly important. It's a decimal place. So label each place value. As a reminder, place values are things like ones, tenths, hundreds, thousands. So label each of your numbers here. Pause this here. Once you got this number written down, label them, and then I will show you my work. Awesome. So hopefully at this point you have yours labeled down. If not, repause this video and don't unpause it until you have each place value labeled. Okay, now that you've got them all labeled, check your work against mine. Here we go. I know the ones is just to the left of the decimal place. Then moving to the left, we have the tens place, the hundreds place, and the thousands place. I also know that the ones place and the decimal place act as a mirror together. So one spot to the left of the tens place. Sorry, one spot to the left of the ones place is the tens place. So one spot to the right of the ones place is the tenths place. 2 spots to the left of the ones place is the hundreds place. So 2 spots to the right of the ones place is the hundredths place. Now we got 3 spots to the left of the ones place is the thousands place. So 3 spots to the right of the ones place is the thousandths place. Remember, every number to the left of the decimal place ends in just an S. Every number to the right of the decimal place ends in THS. And that goes on forever and ever and ever. There's more place values than we have right here. If you don't have these written down, hopefully you have them down. Check your work here. This is something that you're going to want to be able to refer to for the rest of the year. We're going to keep spiraling back to it. It's incredibly important, as we've been talking about, adding and subtracting decimals. Next, we're getting into multiplying and dividing decimals. This is going to be incredibly important. Awesome. So now that we've got our place values just reviewed, we're going to jump into what is next on our agenda. And that is, well, I didn't put a slide for it, is our live poll. Now, since we are not live right now, and this is a recorded lesson, I do want you to participate on your own. You're not going to be able to respond to it, and I won't be able to see your responses, but please try each of these problems. So first off, in this number, what digit is in the tens place? What digit is in the tens place? All right, I know that 6 is in the tens place because it is 2 spots to the left of the decimal place, 1 spot to the left of the ones place. Now I can look right here. 1 spot to the left of the ones place is the tens place, and even though this number up here is different than this number up here, the place values don't change. So 5 is in the tens place. So this 6 is in the tens place because it is 1 spot left of the ones place, and the ones place is always just to the left of the decimal place. Awesome. All right, y'all, let's take a look at our next question. Our next question says, what digit is in the tenths place? What digit is in the tens place? Think about this one. Select your answer. Now, I know you can't respond online, but put down your answer. What is it? Which digit is in the tens place? All right, let's see. We're looking at the tens place. Let me look at our notes here. Our tens place is one spot to the right of the ones place. So if we come back here, we look at one spot to the right of the ones place, and that is the 8. So the 8 would be in the tens place. Awesome. Our next question says this. What digit is in the thousands place? Now, the first thing I noticed is that thousandths ends in THS. So that means it's going to be somewhere on the right side of the decimal place, somewhere over there. Let's take a look at our chart. Thousandths is 1, 2, 3 spots to the right of the decimal place. So let's take a look at what number is 3 spots to the right of the decimal place or the ones place. 1, 2, 3. That is the 2. The 2 is in the thousandths place. Awesome. All right. Now I want to ask you this. Think about how are you feeling about our Flashback Friday to place value. On a scale of this red, really unhappy face to this green, really happy face, how are you feeling? Just think about this, reflect on it. You can touch the screen if you want. I know I am feeling that green happy face because I love place value and I have got these down. But if you are not like me, think about how you're feeling. If you are answering somewhere over here on the orange to red side, let me know. I would love to spend some time with you on this next week or in the future. I can also go over your notes with you, make sure we've got the video, we watched that lesson, or we attended that class where we talked about place value. If you're in the middle, feel free to check in if you want, or we can just keep doing some more practice. If you are in the green, awesome. I'm glad you feel confident in this. Way to go. All right, we have 2 more questions for you today. Our first question asks, what place is the 6 in? What place is that 6 in? Is it in the tens, the hundreds, the thousandths, the hundredths, or the thousands? Now, I think if I click here, I can drag that over, and there we go. That's 6. That 6 is starting at the ones place, 1, 2, 3 spots over from the ones place. So I started in the ones place and go 1, 2, 3 spots over. We end up in the thousands place. So it would be E down here at the thousands. Awesome. And our last question of the day says this. Which place is the 4 in? Okay, so the 4 is right here. That is just to the left of the decimal place. Our number just to the left of the decimal place is the ones place. That's our home base every time. So I know that's the ones place. Please, whatever you do, don't choose D here. Once is not a thing. There's only one ones place. The once place is not a thing. Y'all, that wraps up our recorded lesson for today. I would encourage you to just double check if you have anything outstanding as in missing. Check that on Schoology, get it taken care of today. If you have any questions about our return to school next week or place value or anything else we talked about today, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to talk to you. Have an awesome weekend, Trojans. Remember, Monday is going to be an asynchronous day. We're going to be learning on our own. We also, Ms. Hayden, Mr. Barton, and I will not have office or help hours on Monday because we will be spending the last minute time getting ready for people coming back into the building. I have to hang up quite a few arrows. I have to hang up quite a few arrows tomorrow. Y'all, as always, if you need anything, just let me know. We can find time. Y'all are wonderful. Have an awesome weekend. Bye, y'all.